This seemed to have done pretty well through the cold snap.
It did, although it is an earlier version, an earlier improvement upon endurance. So yes, we did see some freeze damage on this that we did not see on endurance in other parts of the state. But I'm not going to back away from it. I think if anything we need to make endurance a little bit earlier, this will certainly do that.
Okay.
Fit that void.
Great. And here's another test variety that you have going.
Yes, very different from the OK05526. This came from a cross, actually, of 3 parents, one from Hungary.
Wow.
And we utilize that germplasm quite a bit, in fact. Another parent was Hickok, an AgriPro variety known for its outstanding test weight patterns. And then another variety from AgriPro called Coronado. You put those 3 varieties together and we have something I think actually fits southwestern Oklahoma very, very well. The 526 was something we're looking at for north central Oklahoma and possibly statewide. This is more for southwest. It maintains that green leaf. The longer you can maintain a green leaf, the healthier the plant's going to be, and the healthier the plant, the happier it is, the more it's going to yield.
Right.
So what we have here is good stay green, good green leaf retention with early maturity.
Okay.
And we don't want just green leaves, we want the wheat to mature on time. And so this will do that and keep those green leaves for a long time. It hasn't been the exceptional yielder like the 526, but it's been consistently good. Yeah. And so we need to decide something. This is one of our seniors. It needs to find a job. Yeah. If it doesn't find a job, we'll just have it.
It's going to go back to grad school.
You'll have to find some other schooling.
Great. Well, let's go over here and look at some more test varieties that you have.
Okay.
So this is OK Rising.
Yes, indeed. The name should sound familiar to many Oklahomans. This is named after the song Oklahoma Rising. That was our centennial song. I actually had approval from the Oklahoma Centennial Commission to use the name of that song for this variety. We just shortened the Oklahoma and called it OK.
So what makes this unique?
This is a hard white wheat variety. All the others we talked about so far are red wheat varieties. And they all make bread.
Right.
But there are certain customers, particularly customers outside of our border, outside our U.S. borders, who are desiring the hard white version, the whiter kernel instead of a red kernel. So this is an attempt to meet that market demand, but to meet the market demand, we have to have the right genetics. And so far, we've had pretty good genetics, pretty good varieties for white wheat, but they're all limited to the western part of our state.
Okay.
And that's okay, and we'll continue to produce white wheat out there, but if we can possibly ramp up our production in other parts of the state, we might be able to meet that demand that is needing much more than we can produce in the panhandle.
So what makes this different then than the current varieties that are out?
The main thing is it's adaptation. Okay, certain varieties just are adapted to certain portions of the state than others. OK Rising is adapted to the entire state, much like its sister line, OK Bullet. Okay. This is a sister line of OK Bullet. So where Bullet goes, OK Rising can go. However, with that white kernel, we have to think about something called sprouting. A white kernel will tend to sprout faster, more rapidly under moist conditions at harvest than a red kernel. Okay. So in thinking about it, we have to breed in sprout resistance. That's a pretty difficult trait to aim for. We think we have a pretty good level of sprout tolerance in OK Rising, better than what we already have available in our white wheat varieties currently grown in the panhandle. Yeah. So obviously this is something that we can grow outside the panhandle. We can grow it in the panhandle if we wanted to. Great. But it will be grown, could be grown statewide. Another plus on OK Rising, it has the highest level of protein of any variety that we have released from this program. An average about 13.5% wheat protein. And 13.5% is about 1.5 percentage points higher than what we target.
Interesting.
So a high protein, high milling and baking quality, and high yielding. Great. All rolled up into one special wheat variety.